Good afternoon, guys. So, I got a new blower. If you were looking at my shorts, you can see I got rid of my 800. Would you like to take a guess on what it is? Starts with an H. Red Max owns it. Yeah, you guessed it. Husqvarna. So, this is the Husqvarna 580 BTS. It pushes 1,000 CFM and 220 miles per hour. So 1,000 CFM, 220 miles per hour, 1,245 CFM, 216 miles per hour. They're very, very, very comfortable. I like the anti-vibration things on both of them. Really easy to do maintenance on. I have hip and tube, or tube and hip. And I personally like them both. They both perform very, very well. What I've noticed is the Husky is a little easier to start, if I'm gonna be honest. Air filter's nice. I like that, and I like that. I like the traditional, how it's not covered. This has the same thing, but it's covered. I like how this one's not covered. It's traditional, and I like it. This is old school, and it sounds old school. It sounds so much better. This sounds like a 9010, which I don't mind, but this thing sounds so much better. It's not even funny on how much better this sounds. It sounds like a two-stroke dirt bike, whereas this one, it sounds like a two-stroke, but it's more modernized. This is like an older two-stroke, if you know what I mean. But no, I like it. 1,245 1,000 CFM, 220 miles per hour, 1,245 CFM, 216 miles per hour. Both very, very comfortable. That actually is a pretty big gas tank, just like that one. It has a little dip. Personally, they probably could have gone up a little more, but they didn't. But no, I like both blowers. Very, very nice. They're both very, very comfortable. Tubes are very nice. The handles and the hip are really nice. The tubes are nice. 79 decibels, but 115 when measured away. And this is only 81. So you know what I mean? I like how this sounds better. But no, they're both very, very comfortable machines. Nothing I really hate about them. The one thing I hate about this one is it's a little difficult to start, and I really don't like this. I think it's a little stupid in my opinion. But that's about it on this. And then I hate two things on this. It's the choke and the starting of it. So on both blowers, I only really hate two things. Other than that, they're pretty much fine. This does beat the 770T from Echo. It also beats the BR800 and the 600 and the 700. Any blower from Stihl or anything below the 770T or 770T, yeah. But no, yeah, it beats all that. It's the same as the Red Max 8560. I was going to get the 8560, but this is $200 cheaper. That's not sacrificing performance. It's just this one's more simple because you can get it everywhere as Red Max. It's exclusive, which does not make it any better. I mean, I like Red Max, but they're the same exact brand, as I mentioned in the video with this before. So they're very good performing wise. Specs are really good. I've tested them both. They're very, very, very good at blowing leaves and heavy wet grass and really any wet material. So this beats the 800 and anything lower than the 770T and the 770T. And then this one, like I said, beats the 9010, 8010, BR800. And that's about it. It's the same as the 590, whereas this is the same as the 8560. So I like both these blowers. Once again, 1,245 CFM, 1,000 CFM, 216 miles per hour, 220 miles per hour. So very, very two professional good blowers, and they will come in handy for grass, mulch beds, hedge trimming, all that, blowing anything out this season. So hope you guys like them. I'll do some more videos on them later, and I'll test them later this week. Thank you, guys.